Is everybody in here? Is anybody in here? Wait for people to start matriculating. Wait for people to start trickling in. Yo, what's going on, Skittles? Dead Broke 98. What's going on? Bo Randolph, Matt L. Oil is eat. I feel you. So, yeah, without further ado. Yo, what's going on, people? How y'all doing? It's LCameraTV here. And we got to talk about a lot of stuff today. Last night, I was supposed to live stream, but I had some technical difficulties. So it wasn't I wasn't able to do it, but today I definitely was gonna live stream with you guys, and we gotta talk about a lot of things, man, because Matt Kalil some trash. But so Matt Kalil is some trash. But we're gonna get into that. I got a lot of things to talk about today. So, the first thing I want to talk about is Cam Newton's play. Now, mind you, Cam Newton, the last two games was pretty accurate as far as he was pretty accurate in the sense that he had like a high passing percentage. He was passing like they said like between the two games he was 71%. That's pretty good. That's where we want to be. That's where Norv Turner said he wants them in the low to mid 60s. In the last two games, he was in the 70s. So that's pretty good. It's a lot of dink and dunking in a sense. In my opinion, it's a lot of giving the ball to your playmakers, Christian McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel, Ian Thomas, just a bunch of players in general, and letting them get the yards instead of long plays that are they're going to take more time and less accurate. So I am good about that. But one of the things I didn't like was that interception he threw to Xavier Howard. I mean, I know he was looking for Greg on that play, but he was trying to wait till Greg passed the linebacker. But as soon as Greg passed the linebacker, there was a cornerback right there in the flat, and he just picked the ball off. So for me, I know sometimes you miss a cornerback that's sitting there or you miss a player that's sitting there in general, but we can't have that in the regular season, man. I think Cam's going to be much improved just in general, especially his passing percentage is probably going to be a lot better. But we got to see how it is during the regular season because he didn't take off running yet so far, which to me is not to say he won't. It's just he hasn't done it so far. What's going on, Carolina Kid? I ain't get to say what's up. What's going on, Ramah King? Who else? Joseph Simmons. What's going on? What's going on to everybody that's in the chat or live stream? So I think Cam is doing pretty well. I just think the interception was kind of ill warranted. He didn't obviously he shouldn't have thrown that. And there was another play where both the tackles kind of went for the DN's knees or legs. It was like a chop block. And he was supposed to get the ball out quick. He hesitated. He took too long. So for me, that was a Cam Newton fault. That was what's going on, Mr. E. Jones 92. But he was supposed to get the ball out quickly. He didn't do it, and that's kind of why that sack happened. But for the most part, I like what I've seen, man. I like what I've seen. As far as Cam Newton's play, I think it was pretty good. It just obviously we have some things to fix. Brandon Golson, what's going on? How you doing? So that's how I feel about the Cam Newton situation. Taj Washington, keep pounding. We already know what it is. Thank y'all for stopping by. So that's how I feel about the Cam Newton play. As far as Christian McCaffrey was very good last night. He was very good. Most of his yards came from one really big run, but once he got that little crease, he was out of there. He was out of there. Thank you, Kelly Kellen Gray. But when he was out of there, he seen a little crease. It was it wasn't that big of a hole too. It was kind of like a small hole, but it was perfect for him because he's a smaller back. So as soon as he got through that hole, he broke like one tackle and he was moving. So hopefully that can continue. It was a play where the guard came around and sealed in the little lane. So it was a pretty good design play, but we'll see how many more of those they can do. But he was just even general, he was just doing really well. I'm not surprised because he did gain the weight, but just the inside of our line played better than I expected. I didn't think our run game would be. I mean, we ran for like I think 400 some yards through all our running backs. Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Hood, Kenyon Barner was gashing them. C.J. Anderson, he didn't play as good as I thought he would, but as far as Christian McCaffrey, Kenyon Barner, Elijah Hood, they were gashing them. So the run game in general was doing very well. I'm happy about that. I think Devin Funchess will be our number one good size speed. I think Devin Funchess is our number one. I think he is he does have good size and speed, and I think he's taking on that number one mantle. So I think he will be our number one. We need more big runs just like that. True, Brandon Golson, we do need big runs like that. Okay, this is going to be more reliable this year. And true fan, I'm gonna get into the Curtis Samuel thing, but I'm just getting into as far as the run game right now, and the run game looked good. I'm happy about that. I'm very happy. I'm very happy about our run game. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. Golden did look good. Do I think Golden will start? It depends on if Denora Cersei stays in the concussion protocol, which obviously, is not a good thing. Obviously, he kind of tried to lay the boom on a receiver or a running back it was, and he kind of like went down, and that's kind of why they want to do the helmet thing, whatever. Don't lead with your head, because he kind of went with his shoulder and his head, bumped off the guy and got a concussion and got walked out the field. So we don't know how long he's going to be in the concussion protocol, but I think Golden will start if he is. So we'll see how that goes. But as far as Curtis Samuel, he looked really good. And overall, the receiving core looks really good. I'm actually very happy about our receiving core. I said before that I think this is our best receiving core. Now, mind you, Cam didn't want to commit to that. But let's be honest, man. They're pretty good. Curtis Samuel looked very good. I told y'all him getting the jug machine really helped with his catching ability. He looks like he's ready to make a statement. DJ Moore, I think, is a baller. I think he didn't really have that much opportunity last game. I think Eric Reed will fit, true fan, but we already talked about that. He's probably not gonna get signed. I think my thing is, Carolina kid, do I think Andre Smith will make the team? I think he will because he's a draft pick, but because they kind of don't want to put, like, unless they're like a 7th rounder, they kind of don't want to put draft picks on practice squad, because what's gonna happen is another team, like if y'all remember Tyler Gaffney, we put him on a practice squad. He was, I think, a 7th round running back. The Patriots snatched him up as soon as we put him on practice squad. So they really don't like putting draft picks on the practice squad because other teams are just licking their chops to get them. So as far as the receiving core, I think our receiving core is very good. I think Devin Funchess is looking good. I think Curtis Samuel is looking good. I think DJ Moore is looking good. I think Damiere Byrd is good. I think our receivers are really good. Torrey Smith caught a pass. And I think Jarius Wright is good. But for me, if I'm during roster cuts, if I had to cut one of my receivers, I'm either cutting Torrey Smith or Jarius Wright, because I like my young receivers. I think they're progressing. I definitely don't want Damiere Byrd to be a casualty of roster cut downs, because Damiere Byrd looks like he's a baller, man. He looks like he's a good player. And Torrey Smith and Jarius Wright are older players. Yes, they're veterans. Yes, they still a lot of precedent in the receiving core room. But I'd rather have my young players develop into really good receivers than an older veteran who is what he is, but can be a force in the locker room, especially if you got two of them like Jarius Wright and Torrey Smith. So we'll see how that goes. If we cut Torrey Smith, we probably save $5 million. Plus, we still got Jarius Wright as a basically a person, like a veteran in the locker room or something like that. Because if we could save the money on Torrey Smith, then we could figure out, maybe getting another safety or just addressing a position that we need right now. So, Mike, Mr. EJ92, you say the offense is straight, worried about the D. We'll talk about that because I think our offense has some issues. I think our defense did pretty good, man. We allowed in the first 3 quarters, we allowed 12 points. That was 3 field goals, man. So it's 3 or 4 field goals. That's what you want from a defense. Bend but don't break. Field goals but not touchdowns. So I was really happy with our defense. So our defense, I think, was really good. I mean, what I don't like about our D is that we played back too much. We allow little dink and dunk plays, and that drives down the field. And that's why I don't like. That's why when we can play really good defense. We can play really good defense. If you saw Ron Rivera's face after those Birds returns, he made the team. Hey man, I love your videos. All the Washington, they are loyal. But sorry about that. But our defense looked pretty good, man. It was just a dink and duck plays. It was allowing a 5-yard cut down or a 10-yard cut down, and they was having Dante Jackson and James Barry play back. When Dante Jackson was up on people, he looked pretty good, man. Especially when he was covering people, man, he looked really good. Mike Adams, like I said, man, I don't really care for Mike Adams. Like I said, I didn't want a 37-year-old safety, but that's what they want. Obviously because he's a veteran, but I don't like a 37-year-old safety, man. That to me, I don't see how that's gonna benefit us, especially obviously because you gotta be able to run from side to side. So I personally would rather somebody else, but that's their decision. So Ian Thomas looked very good. I see y'all talking about Ian Thomas. Ian Thomas said he's seen green grass and he went. And he for a tight end, he's fast, man. He caught that pass and turned upfield and was moving. He was moving. I like Ian Thomas. He's blocking well. He's learning from Greg Olsen. And like I said during the draft, man, I said Ian Thomas will be a good pickup for us. We picked him up, and it hasn't been it's been positive ever since, man. I think Ian Thomas could be a factor for us. And I like it too because Greg Olsen is getting older, and if Greg Olsen does, Greg Olsen does retire and leaves, we'll have another tight end to fall right back raw in line. We'll have a tight end to be. He's gonna learn from Greg. He's gonna be a good player. He's gonna be dominant. He can catch. He can block a little bit. So I'm happy about Ian Thomas. I think that's a very good pickup by us. People, I feel like, and even that the draft, they said that teams were calling us left and right so they could get Ian Thomas, but we said no, we're not moving, we're staying put, and we picked the right person, man. I'm happy about that. Like I said, the first 4 picks of our draft are really good. DJ Moore, Dante Jackson, Rashard Golden, and Ian Thomas. They look really good, man. It's Marty Herney, man. He did what he did. He did a good job during the draft. I was surprised. I didn't think we are gonna have that many rookies that are impact players. But from what I'm seeing, we at least got like 3 or 4 of them that are good impact players. So he did what he did. He did a good job during the draft. I was surprised. I didn't think we are gonna have that many rookies. I talked about the press coverage and the dink and dunk killing us. What else? We at least got like 3 or 4 of them that are good impact players. So our pass rush looked pretty good. I think our pass rush wasn't bad. These pictures are good, man. I think the Patriots matchup next week is crucial. I think that one. The problem I see already with us playing the Patriots is that Tom Brady doesn't really have a good O-line. We already seen that in the last game. All he was doing was jailbreak screens, breakout screens. He was just screening past at everybody. Now, mind you, we got linebackers that can keep up with the screen game. But if we're playing 5 to 10 yards back like we was against the Dolphins, we're going to be in some issues. We're going to have some issues because Tom Brady will feast on slant plays, cut downs, screen plays. He will feast on all that, man. He's going to get the ball out of his hand as quick as possible. So we need to play press. We need to jam people at the line. We need to make sure our linebackers are running side to side so the running backs cannot be, leaking out like that. And if we can do that, we can keep the game. I think we can beat the Patriots if we do that. Mind you, it's a dress rehearsal game, but I don't want that 5 to 10 yard space and this guy comes out dinking dunking and killing us. So Marquise Hayes did look good. He got a sack. Effie Obata got a sack also. So like I said, our pass rush looked pretty good, man. And yes, Tannehill had a pretty good efficiency rating. Rivera said we'll open the playbook next week. Yeah, Rivera did say that we'll open the playbook more next week. We're actually going to game plan next week, so that's going to be good. But for me, like, I think Tannehill did a lot. He has positive passing yards, but it was all dink and dunk, and they didn't score no touchdowns. So I'm not mad at that. A guy could have an 80% passer rating, but if he ain't scoring no touchdowns, that doesn't matter. How are the other NFC teams doing so far? Atlanta is 1-1. I don't know. Atlanta doesn't really look that great. He will drink like Miami without penalties. Exactly. Joseph Broach. He will dink and dunk like Miami did without the penalties. He will. If we keep on playing 5 to 10 yards back, he will shred us with a little short passage and let these guys get vertical. That's what Tom Brady does. So I hope we play more press, more man, and jam these receivers, man, because we can't get them free releases. Because all he's going to do is slant routes, screen passes, cut downs. You don't want that. So that's definitely, I don't want that. I don't want Tom Brady to be able to, demolish us in that way. Red good. We will get into the Kalil thing. I know you guys are waiting for me to get into it. I will get into it. I just want to talk about some things, whatever, obviously. I talked about the secondary. All right, so let's get into this offensive line. And then after we get into this offensive line, I want to hear what you guys think. Because, first of all, the right side of our line looks good.
All right, so let's get into this offensive line.
The middle part of our line looks good. Ryan Kalil played last game. He looked good. Obviously, Trey Turner looked good. Remember, if you look, the area we ran in when Christian McCaffrey broke was on the right side between Trey Turner and Ryan Kalil. It was between the right guard and the right center, in the center. I'm sorry, and then we kind of pulled the left guard and pinned that area. So Trey Turner is a really good right guard. We all know that. He got paid. Ryan Kalil is a good center. We know that. Obviously, he's a Hall of Famer. Or he probably, I don't know about Hall of Famer because they're kind of hard on them. But he's our best. He's probably our best center ever.
Ryan Kalil is a good center.
So when that happened, Christian McCaffrey got seen the crease. He took it, take off. Right. The run game in general is between. When we ran between the right guard, the center, and the left guard, which is Greg Van Roten, we got positive yardage. So and Taylor Moton, some people said he didn't play that well. I watched the whole game, man. The only time there was any issue with Taylor Moton is when they did a chop block, and I guess Cameron Wake was able to get pressure.
Didn't play that well. I watched the whole game, man. The only time there was any issue with Taylor Moton is when.
Let's sign KB. I bet he can protect better than Matt. Okay, listen. NA. Would cutting Matt Kalil save cap space? No, it would not. We can't cut him. He had a 3-year guaranteed deal. So the earliest we could cut him is next year's offseason. Next year's offseason, because he's guaranteed to 2020. We can't cut him. That's literally why I think they haven't cut him yet, because he's guaranteed. Deshaun Hall didn't play much, but that's telling to me. If he's not playing that much, Obviously, he's not picking up the defense like they expect him to. So he might be a bust, man. I gotta see how he plays, man. But I haven't seen him produce yet, especially since Marquise Hayes beat out him and Brian Cox Jr. So Taylor Moton, I think, played pretty well. I think the only time he really had an issue was when he chop blocked Cameron Wake, and Cameron Wake kind of like went over them. It is what it is. It was a chop blocking play. Cam was supposed to get the ball out quicker. I already stated that. Cam held the ball too long on that play. But now let's get into this Matt Kalil situation. Matt Kalil is a liability. This guy is horrible at left tackle. The sheer fact that in a preseason game, Cam Newton got sacked twice by Robert Quinn because of Matt Kalil is outrageous. Here's the thing I have an issue with, right? Even when Cam didn't get sacked, and I watched Matt Kalil, he was getting beat left and right. Speed rushers go by him like nothing. He doesn't really get overpowered like that, but speed rushers is his problem. He can't control, like once him scooting out, he can't get there quick enough. And it's probably because his hip is not back into shape, even though he stated that his hip was fine. He's good. He's healthy now. He does not look healthy. And I don't know if he will get healthy. That hip of his has been detrimental to a lot of players. I think it's Marcus Pouncey, the center for the Dolphins. He had a hip issue, and he never was the same. Matt Kalil is a liability. Cam Newton should not have gotten sacked twice in the first half of a game. That is so outrageous. We are not going to be a dominant team if he constantly is our left tackle. What sucks, and I blame Dave Gettleman for signing this guy. I blame two people for this. Dave Gettleman for signing him, and Ryan Kalil for convincing them to sign Matt Kalil. Now, mind you, Ryan just did right by his brother. We all know, Matt and Ryan are brothers. Ryan said, "Hey, let me talk to the higher ups and get you a job, bro." Because be honest with you, Matt Kalil got let go by the Vikings for a reason. He got let go by the Vikings for a reason, because the Vikings seen that he would never live up to what he was his rookie year. Because his rookie year, when he was number 4 pick, he was pretty good. When he first got drafted to the Vikings, he was pretty good. But he had a hip injury, and he was never the same. So the Vikings let him walk. So we came and got him, scooped him up, gave him a 3-year guarantee, $55 million. And last year, he said he played like crap. They said, "Oh, he's coming back from injury. This year he'll be better." This year in the offseason, he was like, "Oh, I'm feeling better. I'm moving better." Whatever. He was saying he was doing all this, and he was so much healthier. And then we see him in the game, and he's sucking it up. This year in the offseason, he was like, "Oh, I'm feeling better. I'm moving better. Whatever." So all this stuff, and he's just horrible. He is horrible. It's sad. It's sad that Cam has not had a good left tackle since Jordan Gross. Jordan Gross was a godsend to the Panthers. All right? This man, we never had this issue with Jordan Gross. And the only reason why we have this issue now is because Jordan Gross decided to retire earlier than people expected. Because he still was a top left tackle when he was in the league. He just decided to retire early. And there's nothing wrong with that. I understand you got to do what's best for you. But ever since then, we had 3 left tackles. Left tackle is one of the most important positions on the team. It's the QB blind side. That is true, Jeremy Ballard. The left tackle is the most important position for a quarterback, because that blind side they can't see because of their helmet. We had 3 left tackles since Jordan Gross. We had Byron Bell, who sucked it up. Byron Bell sucked so bad. He got cut. He went to the Cowboys. I don't know if he's in the league anymore. Then we got Michael Orr. And Michael Orr, when he was healthy, was good. We went to the Super Bowl. He played pretty well. But then he had his concussion issue, and then he was taking pictures of the bottles of pills he was taking on a daily basis, which was like 10 bottles of pills. So then he was out of there. And then we go out and get Matt Kalil, who's just like Cameron Jordan said from the Saints, he's a speed bump. If a speed rusher comes around, he cannot keep up. And that's why. And Robert Quinn's still a good player, but he's nowhere near as good as the Robert Quinn he was in the past. Jeremy Ballard, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into that.
Robert Quinn's still a good player.
And yeah, you're right. Bell did go to the Titans.
He wasn't a pass.
Jeremy Ballard, I'm going to get into that. Because here's the thing, right? Because of how horrible Matt Kalil has been playing, and because of, I just do my due diligence, right? I was looking at the draft of next year, right?
Because here's the thing, right? Because of how horrible
and next year, basically the whole Wisconsin team's O-line is coming out. We better, the first 3 draft picks, I want to see offensive linemen. The first 3 draft picks. I want us to get a left tackle, I want us to get a left guard, and I want us to get a center. Now, mind you, I like Tyler Larson a lot.
The first 3 draft picks.
I like Tyler Larson a lot.
Offensive line. The first 3 draft picks.
But I want us to get 3 tackles. No, 3 linemen in the draft. 3 linemen in the draft. We need a left tackle like nobody's business. We need a left guard because Amini Silato's not doing it. Now, Greg Van Roten looks pretty good, but we'll see how that pans out.
3 linemen in the draft. We need a left tackle like nobody's business.
And a center back. We just need backups because we're so thin at O-line that we don't know what to do. Like, obviously, we got 2 injuries. I would rather this year, when Darrell Williams come back, put him at right tackle. What's going on, Quest Cowboys 6? It's LCameraTV. Remember it. But I would rather Darrell Williams either stay at right tackle or move over to left tackle, and Taylor Moton stay at right tackle, or move Taylor Moton to the left tackle. But this guy got to get benched. This guy is the bane of our offensive line. There was a play where the whole right side was blocked up. And I'm like, Cam got so much side on this side. And I look at the left side, and he's the only one on the left side, and he's getting beat like the guy already went past him. Luckily, Cam got a ball out of his hand to Ian Thomas, and Ian Thomas takes it for a touchdown. But this guy is the bane of our existence. Next year, I don't want us to get receivers because we got a good amount of receivers. I don't want us to get running backs. If we do get a running back, I wouldn't be mad either, but I want our first pick to be a left tackle. If it's not a if it's not offensive line or D line, if it's not offensive line or D line, I'm gonna be pissed.
If it's not offensive line,
because we have Mario Addison, who's very good. But Julius Peppers is older. Looking like Deshaun Hall is not living up to his expectation because this guy, I don't even see him getting in the game. His rotation is so limited. I don't even see him really getting in. Now, Marquise Hayes looking pretty good, but we'll see how he plays like for his whole rookie season. We'll see how that goes. But, our D tackle position is good. Our linebacker position is good. Now, mind you, still need secondary help. We do still need secondary help. But offensive line is what we need. I wouldn't even be mad if we spent most of our draft on O-line because we need it so bad. We can't win games like this, man. We can't win games. And what's worse is because if Cam gets hit from his blind side, he can fumble the ball. He can get injured. And if Cam gets injured, our season's down to 2. Our season is completely down to 2. So for me, I want to know what you guys think about this. I see a lot of people are agreeing with me. I see people saying amen. We need O-line help. And as much as the Cowboys and the Eagles, everybody's like, oh, they're really good teams. They have very good O-lines. They have very good O-lines. I mean, even look at the Saints. The reason why the Saints are better than they were last year, cause last year they were good, was because the last few years they've been going out and getting linemen. Andres Pete, they went and fortified the line for Drew Brees. We have to do the same thing. We need to spend money on linemen. Because Ryan Kalil is gonna be a free agent. Thomas Davis might be a free agent, and Brian Kalil frees up $9 million. Torrey Smith's gonna be a free agent. That frees up another $5 million. And yes, we had to pay Devin Funchess and we had to pay Shaq Thompson. But other than that, we need and CJ Anderson. But I think we could leave CJ Anderson. I think we could let CJ Anderson walk. I'm not that big on CJ Anderson. CJ Anderson could leave, but we need to get lineman help, man. I don't know if it's free agency. I don't know if we're gonna pick somebody up. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't know if it's. We definitely need to draft some. I can tell you that we definitely need to draft some, but we might have to go get some for free agency. I wouldn't even be mad if we traded for one. I wouldn't even be mad because we need it ASAP. We need it as soon as possible. So I don't know, man. I hopefully maybe Marty Hernandez on the horns right now. Somebody want to trade their left tackle or something because we gotta get this kid out of here. After next year, he's gonna get cut. I guarantee you. After next year, I guarantee he gets cut. But that's 3 years of left tackle that we wasted. You know, that's 3 years of money that we wasted. And they're gonna be good players that we could have went after. Hey, Quest Cowboys, man. Stop that cowboy love in here, all right? We're Panther Nation.
We definitely need to draft some. I can tell you that.
So for me, O-line is a must. Wisconsin has a bunch of O-linemen. They're saying next year is an O-line draft. So this is the time to strike. Strike where the iron is hot. Make sure we get a bunch of O-linemen to fortify that line. Because I think if we have O-linemen, we have the receiving core that we have. We have the running back core that we have. And we have the defense that we have. I really think we can go to the Super Bowl. I think we can go to the Super Bowl easy. But I'm not with this Matt Kalil's trashness. He is absolute doo-doo. All right? It's upsetting. That's true. We've made a bunch of picks on O-linemen. Amini Silatolu, Edmund Kabila. There's so many O-linemen that we drafted that sucked. Pisses me off, man. It pisses me off.
So, for me, O-line is a must. Wisconsin has a bunch of O-line.
Yes, we do. Matthew Sanchez. We need a corner with some corners. Well, corners, I think we might be good as far as, because I think Dante Jackson and James Bradbury will be good staples. But safeties, I do agree.
We have the running back core that we have. And we have the defense that we have. I really think we can go to the Super Bowl. I think we can go to the Super Bowl easy. But I'm not with
Quest Cowboys, you're all right. With a weak left tackle, which we do. We got a weak left tackle.
All right.
This man is weak of. Cameron Jordan tore into this guy. He literally put him on blast. And the thing is, what's crazy, right? And I've been noticing it slowly but surely, which pisses me off because we had an opportunity to do it. There was when Atlanta traded for Alex Mack from the Cowboys. Not from the Cowboys, the Cleveland Browns. They traded for Alex Mack to shore up their center position. I think the year after, or that same year, they went to the Super Bowl. The Saints have been steadily improving their offensive line for years. With Andrews Pete, they got Ramczyk this year. They've been steadily improving their offensive line, and that's why they've been dominant. I think they got Ramczyk last year, but they steadily improving their offensive line. We have been the only and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Allen Marpet and some other guys they got. We have been the only team that has neglected our offensive line. We should have traded for Joe Thomas when we had opportunity. We should have got somebody at left tackle. But I remember specifically. There was a Panther fan that said, "I want the Panthers to get Russell Okung from the left tackle," and then Ryan Kalil was like, "You know what I'm saying?" He was like, "I hope not because I want him to get my brother Matt." Right? That was the biggest mistake of our lives. We flushed down $55 million. Well, obviously he's not gonna get the whole $55 million because. He's going to get cut after, probably next year. But the sheer fact that we wasted this amount of time on this sorry left tackle is outrageous. Jordan Gross, if y'all see Jordan Gross, man, throw him a parade, man, because we miss him. We need him. We need a left tackle. We need offensive line help. I really think if Cam had, and that's why it bothers me when people say Cam is not living up to expectation.
With a weak left tackle, which we knew we got a weak left tackle.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Man is weak up.
This is why Cam. This is why Cam Newton is kind of. It bothers me when people come at Cam Newton. The reason why it bothers me is because Cam Newton had to deal with so much stuff. He has to deal with so much. He had to deal with no real receiving core. He had to deal with an offensive line that is subpar. He had to deal with, Jonathan Stewart. He was a good running back, and DeAndre Williams was a good running back. But after DeAndre Williams left, it was just him and Jonathan Stewart, really. And Jonathan Stewart was doing good, but you see he slowly declined. So Cam on the offensive side had to deal with so much. Now he has a receiving core. Now he has Christian McCaffrey, who's looking pretty good. Now he has C.J. Anderson, and even if we don't use C.J. Anderson, Cameron Payne's not looking bad. Elijah Hood looked pretty good. Kenyon Barner looked good, and C.J. Anderson I think could be pretty good. So we have a running game now. Again, I'm sorry, we usually have a run game, but we fortified our run game. But this offensive line is so bad that when people say Cam Newton is inaccurate, Cam Newton is this, he's that, I'm like, half the time he's running for his life, man. Half the time he's running for his life. We need O-line help like it's nobody's business. We need O-line. We need O-line. I cannot stress this anymore. All right? I know some people in my previous videos were like, oh, give him a break. Let him see what we can do. Well, obviously, guys, have you seen enough? Because the first game, I talked about how, against the Bills, I talked about how Jerry Hughes blew past him, and then Cam had to spin away from a sack. This game, Cam got sacked twice by Robert Quinn. And this is in preseason. They're not even going full tilt. This is preseason. I want you to understand that. These are vanilla defenses. This is vanilla everything. They're not even going hard yet. They're not even going hard yet. I want you to understand this.
Crazy, right? And I've been noticing it slowly but surely.
They're not even going hard yet, guys. Do you understand that this is still okay? We're not gonna really have a game plan. We're just gonna kind of like even Ron Rivera said. He said we didn't really game plan for the first two games. Why? Because their first two games are preseason. You don't game plan for those games. It's the third game that you game plan for, and that's what we're gonna be game plan for, which is against the Patriots. Now Patriots, they got Adrian Claiborne from the Falcons. I think Adrian Claiborne last year had like 6 sacks on Cam Newton or something like that. I think he had a bunch of sacks. We're going against them again. Adrian Claiborne is going to make quick work of Matt Kalil. I'm just hoping Cam gets out of this game uninjured. And I talk about us getting Richie Incognito. Some people are like, no. Some people are like, yes. I think we need Richie. We need help. We need help as soon as possible. We need help. Maybe we can try to convince Joe Thomas to come out of retirement. I don't know. Come play for the Panthers so you can at least have an opportunity to win some games. Now, mind you, the Browns looking pretty good now. But in general, we need some help. We need some serious help, man. All right? We could have got Andrew Whitworth. Now, mind you, people are saying Andrew Whitworth is too old. Oh, he's too old. Well, guess what? Andrew Whitworth is old, and he's still holding it down for the Rams. He is holding it down for the Rams. I mean, 3 years out of that guy will be way better than 3 years out of Matt Kalil. I don't care how young he is. So for Matt Kalil to still be on this team, man, look, when Darrell Williams come back, I want us to bench him. I want us to bench him, move Taylor Moton or Darrell Williams to the left side. See what they can do. I don't think anybody could be as bad as this man with pass rushing. I don't think anybody could be as bad. This guy is a liability. And we don't got any depth at the position either. So I think they had Dorian Johnson at second left tackle, and Taylor Heineke was getting killed by him. They had our left tackle position is horrible. I mean, now mind you, people are talking about you could chop block. Red good on I know it's something not a lot of people are bringing up yet. We know Cam can run, and we know he had his surgery last year. I like that Cam was looking good in the pocket. He threw great throws. That is true, Red Good. Like I said, I said that earlier. He did look pretty good. His percentage was high. I'm happy about that. I think North Turner is working wonders. But with this offensive line, I don't see it mattering much. If that offensive line is as bad as you say, the Panthers are going to have a problem this season, like a house with a weak foundation. Quest Cowboys, I think you might be right. And that's – it's not – here's the thing. There's a way to get around weak lines. There's a way – like, obviously, the Patriots line is weak. You could tell – you've seen that from their last preseason game. They couldn't block a soul. But it was just screen pass, dink and dunk. Screen pass, dink and dunk. But the problem is with North Turner's offense, he likes deeper. He likes routes that get deeper. He likes routes that develop. You can't sit back there in the pocket if you got a left tackle that's gonna get blown past every time. So that's why it's you gotta kind of change what you're doing which is good because we got Christian McCaffrey who's a very good receiver running back, but I want to see Curtis Samuel showcase. I want to see DJ Moore showcase, and they got like routes that are gonna get vertical, man. They're gonna get you need time to throw deep balls, man. And Cam's not gonna have the time. He's just not gonna have the time. If Cam is getting pressured and sat like that in the very first 2 preseason games, then we need a bench, some people that we can trust in our offensive line. Starter 1, Matt. Our outside corners should be Corn Elder and Action Jackson. Corn Elder did look good, but I can't say that, man. The only reason why I can't say that is because Corn Elder is like he's a shorter corner too. So I don't want a situation where we have him going against Julio Jones, or if Dante Jackson go against Julio, and Julio's mossing him left and right. James Bradbury can cover receivers well. He just can't find the ball. He is not good at finding the ball. I was sad that DJ Moore didn't get targeted much, and when he did catch the ball, he was in a bad position and he got knocked out, but it wasn't his fault. Javari Umbrai, DJ Moore, he's a baller, man. I already told you how I feel about him. I've seen enough from him in practice and also in the preseason game against the Bills to know that he's a baller. Now, mind you, what bothers me about him is that they put Jarius Wright in front of him, even though he's a first rounder. I'm starting to get tired of this whole maturation of the first rounders type deal that we're doing. I'm getting very tired of this. All right, we have a first rounder in Vernon Butler, and he's been a rotational player since we got him. We had a first rounder in DJ Moore, and he's behind Jarius Wright. We had a second rounder in Devin Funchess, and he was behind Ted Ginn and Philly Brown. We never let our young stars play. We kind of like sit them out for a few years until basically their contract is coming up. Like, look, Shaq Thompson. Now, mind you, TD is amazing. Thomas Davis is amazing. Our linebacker unit is amazing. But Shaq Thompson, this might be the only year he actually starts, and then we have to pay him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the reality of the situation. So he's gonna start this year, and we're gonna pay him. As far as the Darrell Williams situation, which he was an All-Pro last year, but got injured and tore his MCL and dislocated his patella this year, he wants to come back. But the problem is that from before he got injured, they said the disparity as far as money was wide. It was a huge gap between what he wanted to get paid and what was offering him. So I'm looking at that like that's not good because we can't let another good lineman leave. Now, mind you, we had Andrew Norwell, All-Pro, walked out the door. Darrell Williams, All-Pro, got injured. He might walk because of the money he wants. So what are we doing here? Like, we letting all our good line, like Andrew, we should have kept Andrew Norwell. We should have kept Darrell Williams. We got Trey Turner under contract, and then we could draft the center and draft the left tackle. But what do? We let Andrew Norwell walk. Darrell Williams looks like he's gonna walk, and the only good lineman we're gonna have is Trey Turner, and that's not good. So we need to figure out our O-line situation as soon as possible, man. Like I said, 3 draft picks should go to O-line next year. Wisconsin and a bunch of other teams, Oklahoma, there's a bunch of teams that were good O-lines. Clemson has some good O-linemen. What's his name? Hyatt. I can't remember his first name. He was a left tackle also. We need to get some players, man, some O-linemen, like as soon as possible. If we have to, trade for some, man. Do something, but don't like. I respect that the Falcons traded for Alex Mack because since they got Alex Mack, he's been good. He's been in the middle of their line. He's been pretty good. I mean, even the fumble that happened. The fumble that happened. It wasn't even Cam's fault. They said the fumble was attributed to Cam, but it was a low step from Greg Van Roten that basically hit him in the knees. He had to like bend over to pick the ball up. Then he fell on the ground. This is just to prevent the other team from recovering the fumble, and it counted as a sack and a fumble loss. Like it's like we gotta get better. We gotta get better. Now, mind you, Tyler Larsen was injured. He has a tweaked elbow, so obviously he wasn't up to speed yet. He had his injury, and Ryan Kalil is a good player, and I think Tyler Larsen could hold it down. But as far as line help, we need, like I said, the next three picks need to go to offensive line help. I want next year. I want a lot of Wisconsin linemen to be on our team. That's what I want. I want Wisconsin linemen to be on our team. Hopefully, we could get some, man, because it's really bad. It's pretty bad, man. Matt Kalil, you are a waste of money. You are wow. Don't get me started on we could have traded Peppers. He already on his way out to me. He getting paid too much. Listen, and that's another thing, man. Why didn't we go to this man about a pay cut yet? Let's be honest, guys. He's getting paid way too much money for his trash play. Hey, be like, hey, man, you need to give us some of that money back. We need a return on our investment because you sucking it up. And maybe Marty Herney ain't the man to do that, but somebody got to do that. Somebody got to go talk to this man and be like, listen, you some trash out here, all right? Javari Umbright said, waste of sperm. That's hilarious. But, I mean, people were killing Jalen Ramsey for saying some quarterbacks suck. Now, mind you, it is what it is. Like, is it? People were killing him for saying, hey, these quarterbacks suck. But I'm going to be honest with you. He right, man. He right. If these quarterbacks suck, tell them they suck. All right? If these players suck, tell them they suck. All right? Left tackle, you suck. And Cam, what I love about Cam, man, is, you know what I love about Cam? Cam never threw nobody on the bus. Cam was getting killed all game, and then when he went to the interview, he was like, man, I should have got the ball out quicker. You know you was doing good, man. He sucked. Tell him he sucks. You know he sucks. All right? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the football player talk. I'm tired of the politically correct statements. I'm tired of saying, hey, man, I should have been better. When you know this dude sucked. It's getting to a point where these football players have to say the politically correct statement. They have to say what's actually what, they don't believe it, but they got to say it because if they don't say it, they'll get torn to shreds in the media. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. If this dude is trash, say the man's trash. Don't put it on yourself. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve the backlash. Come on, Cam. You was passing for, like, in the last 2 games, you were over 70% passing, man. You holding up your end of the bargain. They said you're going to get past 60. You in the 70s. You doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now, mind you threw a pick. Listen, man, I'm out here working, Red Good. I'm out here working. I know I should get some sleep, but I'm out here working, man. I'm pissed off. I am pissed off. There's not a lot of stuff that gets me upset, but when I see Matt Kalil getting beat like a drum, it just pisses me off because I know our team is good. I am a Panther fan. I love my Panthers. I know our team is good. And this man sucks. He sucks, man. All right? So, guys, enough of my ranting. I just want to let y'all know how much are we paying. $55 million, Javari Umbright. $55 million. He's getting paid way too much. But, guys, it is what it is. If we kept Andrew, we would have July. You're right, and I did videos before saying that we need to find a way to keep Andrew Norwell. We need to find a way to keep him in house. And what happened? Now he's in Jacksonville. Is there no one on the roster that can replace Kalil? I'm telling you, Kelly Burleson. What I'm saying is this: when Darrell Williams comes back, sit Matt Kalil and move Taylor Moton or Darrell Williams to the left tackle and make Taylor Moton the right tackle. Whatever, do something, because I don't think neither one of them could be as bad as Matt Kalil is. I don't see any one of them being as worse as he is. Are there any good options to replace Matt Trash Kalil with anyone we could trade for? Now, mind you, we could trade for some people, but I don't know. Like, it just depends. It just depends. It really depends. That is true. Because nobody really likes to give up their left tackle. You have to have, the only time usually somebody trades their left tackles if they have two good left tackles, and then they're like, okay, one can leave. But in most cases, you're not going to trade left tackle because your quarterback needs somebody to cover his blind side. Like, you need that. You need that. So in worst case scenario, like, unless it's a team that knows that they're going to be rebuilding, then you're probably not going to get that. I mean, we should win after Joe Thomas when the Cleveland Browns still sucked. Because, I mean, the Falcons were smart enough to say, hey, let me get Alex Mack off these guys so we can actually, make our center be, fix our center position. But we haven't, we haven't. Like, I'm trying to think of a team that is sorry enough where we can snatch their left tackle, but yeah, maybe we see. And look, as soon as Gettleman left, where he went? He went to the Giants. He got them Nate Solder, and Nate Solder is looking better than Kalil did. So I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just telling y'all how I feel. I'm venting a little bit. Maybe that's the best case scenario. Maybe that's the best solution, because for me, these guys are sucking it up. These guys are sucking it up. So I'm gonna I want to ask you guys what you think. Any questions you guys have for me? I kind of want to do this in the last 10 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit. We should trade for Earl Thomas. He's worth a second. I've been saying this July. I've been saying this for so long. Either trade for Earl Thomas or get Eric Reed. I've been saying this. I've been beating this dead horse for a long time. But they're not going to do it. They are not going to do it. And I don't understand why. Earl Thomas, now mind you, I guess the only reason why I can say that is because they're probably not going to have the money to keep him, because they got his money tied up in Matt Kalil. Actually, let me look. I'm going to look up the highest paid players on our team, because we got some players that are absolutely atrocious that don't deserve the money that they're getting. Cost is good enough. How many more years does Cam have? LCTV, man, out here letting loose tonight. Mike Ryan, look, man, I'm pissed, bro. I love my team, and I know my team ain't gonna be able to get to the level they deserve to be at with this sorry trash Matt Kalil out here, man. Do you think DJ Moore will be our next Steve Smith? That's a high thing to ask. I think he's gonna be a good player. I think Steve Smith gave him a co-sign him, but saying the next Steve Smith, that's hard, man. I don't think he can live up to that standard. Rashard Golden could learn from Earl. That is true. And I think that would be good. Olsen's still good, though, I think. I think Greg Olsen is still good. Tipper knows he needs help. Man, we have tons of space next season. That's true. Hopefully we can do something with it. Tipper ain't waiting to win. That is true. I think Tipper is a man of winning. Obviously, he came from the Steelers organization, so I think he wants to win. I hope Moore does better than Smith, honestly. Me too. I think, Torrey Smith is a good guy, but we need to save that $5 million. We will be losing starters in the offseason. 9 years. One more if Matt is his left tackle. Our front office just trash. Cam is LeBron. He is gonna last. Yeah, Tipper might make some decisions. How long is Cam around? All right, let me find out. I think Cam got like 2 or 3 more years. Hold on. All right, guys. Hold on. I think Cam's contract is to probably the end of 2020. Yeah, the end of 2020, which sucks because you got to pay that man. But so from what I'm seeing as far as cap space, the people who are getting paid the most money is Cam Newton with $21,500,000, then K'Wan Short with $17 million, then Luke Kuechly with $13,100,000, and those 3 are ballers, so I'm not mad at that. Ryan Kalil's taking away $9 million. Mario Addison's taking away another $9 million. Ryan Kalil is basically $10 million. It's $9,904,000. Mario Addison deserves his money. Greg Olsen's taking away almost $8 million. Trey Turner's taking away almost $8 million. Matt Kalil's taking away $6,900,000. So almost basically $700 million. No, $7 million this year. Terry Poe, $5 million. Torrey Smith, $5 million. Julius Peppers, $5 million. Thomas Davis, almost $5 million. $4,718,000. Captain Money, almost $4 million. Christian McCaffrey, almost $4 million. So okay, basically, this is how I feel about what the situation is. Cam has, and deserves to be at 6. That's a good argument. I still say playing dope and Kalil Locker to avoid his contract. Hey, Joseph Broach, that's hilarious. I guarantee he will be the highest paid quarterback coming in 2019 because our team ain't far off. I want us to win. Lucas, fun after these years, money on that. How come no one has been getting Eric Reed? We had so many chances again. How come we can't get them? We need to listen, Matthew Sanchez. It's because Eric Reed didn't stand for the flag. We all know what this is. I'm not gonna get into that because obviously we know why he's not signed. He's a very good safety. He should be signed. Whatever. Panther fans from Australia, it was hard to watch Cam getting swallowed up from the left side and being sacked multiple times. It was. Let go of Cersei. He weak and been good since college since signed Eric Reed. I agree, but it's not going to happen. We are speaking the realm of reality, man. Eric Reed and Kaepernick are being blackballed. That's what it is. We already know this, so I'm not going to get into it because y'all already know what it is, man. He should be signed. There's no excuse. I'm disappointed that we didn't see more from DJ Moore. We'll see more from him in the final game. I think we will. But the problem is that because he's playing with Taylor Heineke and Garrett Gilbert and all these backup guys, he needs to be playing with Cam. Let's be honest. He's a baller, but they have this. The Panthers have this idea of having all our first rounders sit for 2-3 years, and then we have to pay them when they finally start. I don't know. It is what it is, man. But as far as the cap goes, Ryan Kalil's basically $10 million is gonna be gone. Greg Olsen just re-signed, so he's gonna be there for a while. Torrey Smith's $5 million is gonna be gone. Julius Peppers for $5 million is probably gonna be gone. So that right there is $20 million just from those 3 players. If Thomas Davis retires, that's another $5 million that will be gone. We need to figure. We might have to cut Captain Munlin and save that $4 million that he's getting. Who else? But Shaq Thompson has to be paid. Devin Funchess has to be paid. I don't know what we're gonna do about Vernon Butler. And DJ and Darrell Williams got to be paid. So I don't know how our cap space is going to be looking, but we do got a bunch of people that are going to be free agents. But the problem with that is just that we got a bunch of free agents, but we got to pay 3 prominent players: Devin Funchess, Shaq Thompson, and Darrell Williams. And we might be able to get Darrell Williams on a cheap deal because he's coming off an injury. But we'll see how that whole thing works out. As far as Devin Funchess goes, we should pay him, man. We got to pay him, man. I like Devin Funchess. He's a good player. I mean, do I think he's gonna be, you know, a great number one receiver? Not necessarily, but I think he's a good receiver. So if we didn't get Thomas for 1 year, we could give him a large. Do you think there will be a lot of options for our offensive line if we get in free agency? Now, mind you, here's the thing. I gotta look into that. I gotta look into how, and I might do that on another video where I basically talk about what I think we should do as far as offensive line wise next year. If who will be a free agent and all that stuff, I'll break that down. I also get into, you know, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about doing a live stream because I like interacting with you guys. I might do a live stream every week, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Because, you know, I like talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys, obviously, y'all rock with LCameraTV. Y'all already know what it is. Check out the merchandise. Check out, you know what I'm saying, the Patreon page. Make sure y'all copy our LCameraTV shirt. Y'all already know what it is. Check out my dog Renan's page. Very funny dude. He is a Dolphins fan. So, yes, to cap off this conversation, Matt Kalil sucks. You're right. That is how we're going to end this conversation. The man sucks. But, you know, check out the Patreon page. Check out the, what you call it, you know what I'm saying, the apparel, LCameraTV shirts. I am rocking one right now. I always rock one. Y'all see it in my videos. Obviously, shares for all your Panther fans. LCameraTV, y'all already know what it is. Panther Nation, I rock with y'all. We here. I rock with y'all. I love my team, but Matt Kalil is some trash. He is some trash. We should have let Thomas go and kept Andrew for real. Bottom line, the man is some garbage. All right, he's the best con artist I ever met in my life. The man tricked us out of $55 million. I mean, I don't know if he has a gift of gab or I don't know if he put, you know, some hypnotism on Dave Gettleman, but he found a way to fleece. Look, man, if y'all need somebody to negotiate your mortgage, his agent needs to get paid. Whoever his agent is, he better broke that kid off. Whoever his agent is needs to get paid top dollar because he fleeced the Panthers. He was like, man, I'm gonna get off. And Ryan, it's partly your fault because I know you wanted him to be here. So your brother Ryan and you came up with a plan to fleece the Panthers and steal some money. It is what it is. He stole some money. Now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do after that, man. So thank y'all for all the support. Thank y'all for everything y'all do. I rock with y'all. I love doing live streams with you guys, man. You guys are always turning up. This is why the Pats are always contenders. They don't let feelings get in the way. That is true. They will cut and trade whoever they need to do. Whoever they need to cut is being cut. You know what I'm saying? That's just being honest. Whoever the Patriots need to cut, I mean, if you talk back, they'll trade you. Look at Jamie Collins. He was on the Patriots, trade him to the Browns quick. Look at Chandler Jones. Trade him to Arizona. Like, they don't play that, man. Maybe we should trade Matt Kalil. You think somebody will give us a 7th rounder for Matt Kalil? I think we should trade him for a 7th rounder. I don't even think a team will give us a 7th rounder for Matt Kalil. This guy is some straight ass. But I'm trying to stay PG, guys. Sorry about that. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank y'all for all the love. Thank y'all for checking in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure Wakanda forever. Y'all already know what it is. You know, obviously, LCameraTV, when I'm out here, man, you know, a bag of footballs. I don't think they'll give us a bag of footballs for this man. He probably retire if he didn't sign him this year. I don't see no team picking him up. I don't know, man. We'll know how that's the whole process is gonna play out. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hearing my rant. Thank y'all for showing love. Make sure y'all cop some merchandise. I'll rock with y'all. Thank y'all for everything, man. LCameraTV out.